As we begin tonight, I ask you to travel back in time with me. The year is 1917 in Phoenix, Arizona. The United States has declared war on Germany, and 20-year-old Frank Luke enlisted in the Army Air Corps. He left his family and is currently in Texas and California for pilot training. Within just a few months, he will deploy to France, where he will eventually join the 27th Aero Squadron to fight against German aggression. What you will witness tonight are correspondences between our local hero and his beloved mother, Otillia. We enter into the living room of Otillia Luke as she anticipates a letter from her son.
Dear Mother, I haven't written you for a while because I've been so busy. And this is a line to let you know that I am okay. Oh boy, is it great to be up here, flying and practicing stunts and seeing the earth spread out beneath you. Now, Mother, I have passed the dangerous stage of my career, and I have earned a pair of pilot wings, and I've enclosed a pair for you. So remember, flying is not as dangerous as a motor trip. So don't forget about me, promise me that. Love to all, Frank.
As the war continues to rage in Europe, Frank Luke was quickly developing the key characteristics of a fighter pilot: exceptional courage, creativity in the air, and the ability to think and act quickly. On August 18th, 1 month after arriving in France, Luke engaged in his first aerial combat. He immediately began to formulate a plan to shoot down enemy observation balloons. Doing so, he must scorn anti-aircraft fire, ignore enemy planes, and attack without thought to his own safety. Many weeks have gone by since his last message. As we enter back into the Luke living room, we see Otillia pacing in anticipation of another letter from her son.
Dear Mother, my days are filled with flying, and I continue to stand strong against the enemy. But some days, I find it is hard to hold out hope as more and more boys join the fray of warfare. And it is with a sad and heavy heart that I must report the death of my friend, Joe, who I've written of previously. We left the aerodrome on the 18th, searching for enemy air balloons. We found two. We maneuvered into the clouds, dropped on them, burned them. But there are often enemy aircrafts protecting them. They attacked Joe quickly. We gave chase, opening fire, took down many of them. But Joe went down with them. He didn't make it. My commanding officer sent me to Paris for a bit of relaxation, get my mind off of things. It's funny, for all the excitement and the history, the only thing I can think about is sitting in my hotel room devising techniques to take down the enemy aircraft. For you, I've enclosed the scarf of my uniform. Please, wear it. And when you do, think of me. Love to all, Frank.
Lieutenant Frank Luke, nicknamed the Arizona Balloon Buster, and as Eddie Rickenbacker spoke of him, the Ace of Aces, tallied a total of 18 enemy aircraft and balloons in combat in only 17 days. Many of these victories were done as he flew alone, evading enemy air defenses and ground troops, volunteering to go after the most difficult targets. As we move back into the Luke household, we see that Otillia is fast asleep after rereading the last letter from her son. Unbeknownst to Otillia, there would be no more letters from him. she would never again be able to speak with him except in her dreams.
My dearest mother, I hope that you remain proud of me. I've given all that I can in this war. I have been honored, and I have been reprimanded. I've seen things in this war that I dare not speak of. My fellow pilots viewed me as boastful or arrogant, but my abilities in the air distinguished myself among the Huns. The Germans would raise a balloon into the air, and moments after spotting my SPAD, would lower it before I could even engage. This war will end, and we will emerge victorious. I am sure of it. Now that this world has seen what air power is truly capable of, there is no turning back. I only wish that I were there to see it with you. Love to all, Frank.
Following a forced landing on that fateful day in September 1918, Lieutenant Luke crawled out of his aircraft. He could have honorably surrendered. Instead, he drew his pistol and engaged the infantrymen that were all around him. He killed 6 before he succumbed to the fatal blow. A short time span, 1 year from enlistment to death on the battlefield. The enemy had killed Frank Luke on the ground. That is all they could do, for they could not defeat him in the air.
The President of the United States of America, in the name of Congress, takes pride in presenting the Medal of Honor to Second Lieutenant Frank Luke Jr., the United States Army Service, for extraordinary heroism while serving as pilot 27th Aero Squadron. After having previously destroyed a number of enemy aircrafts within 17 days, Second Lieutenant Luke voluntarily started on patrol after German observation balloons. Though pursued by 8 German aircrafts, which were protecting the enemy balloon line, he unhesitatingly attacked and shot down in flames 3 German balloons, being under heavy fire from ground batteries and the hostile planes. Severely wounded, he descended to within 50 meters of the ground. Flying at this low altitude near the town of Morbo, he attacked the enemies and killed 6 while wounding as many others. Forced to land and surrounded on all sides by the enemy, who called upon him to surrender, he drew his automatic pistol and defended himself gallantly until he fell dead from a wound in the chest.
Lieutenant Frank Luke had a short but remarkable military career. His exceptional bravery earned him a reputation as a wild and reckless one. But his fellow pilots soon realized that he possessed the certain element which distinguished a great fighter pilot from the others: complete fearlessness. The namesake of Luke Air Force Base owns a revered space in the annals of military aviation. The grit, bravery, aggression, and discipline that he showed in his short life is shared with all of you in the audience tonight as we continue to train the world's greatest F-35 and F-16 fighter pilots.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to introduce the actors of the Millennium High School Theater Company. Clayton Bernier. Albert Johnston. Nathan Dahlstrom. And Michaela Elkins.
This is a celebration. It's a birthday party. We all should be very proud of what we have accomplished, but more importantly, where we're going to go. We're the United States Air Force. Happy birthday, everybody.